Hello, how is everyone? Yeah, we're gonna do some cooking today. Welcome, I'm Natasha. I'll usually do co-working here on this channel as well as lots of creative streams. So things like fashion design, art, all sorts of things, graphic design. Today we're gonna start with some cooking and then I'm probably gonna sit down, eat, and do co-working after that. I really should be doing a fashion design stream because I should have done that last Thursday. But this week really got away from me. It kind of, it just like ADD'd out of control because I was trying some different things. Because I'm still in communication with my doctor trying to get an actual legal prescription in Italy. And that's still being a mess, but I think I've solved that. I just need the doctor to write the prescription now. So she didn't get back to me today. I'm gonna try talking to her tomorrow and hopefully she will get back to me tomorrow. If she doesn't, I'm just gonna go in because you can just walk into clinics here during their hours. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, the weekend was just a mess because of that. So kind of a bit of a disaster the second half of last week. But this week I'm feeling good, I'm feeling better. And yeah, yesterday I was just feeling sick too, so that wasn't fun. But today we're gonna do this. I realized basically as soon as I hit start stream that I don't have milk in the house, but I do have cream. So I'm gonna water down some cream because I need milk for my crepe recipe. And I thought I had everything, but one of the problems with this stupid little mini fridge that I have, that's a washing machine, mini fridge over there, is that it doesn't stay very cold. It's in fact just terrible at being a fridge, and I find that stuff goes bad really either quickly or really randomly. And also in Europe in general, stuff tends to go bad quicker than in America, which is probably good because it means it's probably not as full of preservatives as stuff is in Canada and America. But yeah, like stuff goes bad faster for me here, especially because my stupid fridge is not very good. So I don't have milk, but we're gonna try to make it work with cream, watered down cream, because I don't have very much cream either. But I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna make crepes. We're gonna do it. I have yogurt at the very least if I really get desperate, but I think we can do this. We're gonna start by doing, I've also never made Hollandaise using a double boiler, and I don't even have a proper glass bowl to do a double boiler, but all of the recipes I found online for Hollandaise were all about using a double boiler now. And the recipes the last time I did this were not. They were just using a pot. But the recipe I had was on the All Recipes app, which if anyone has used this app, it was great. And now it doesn't exist anymore. So all my recipes from that app are gone. And I'm so friggin' choked about it. But yeah, there's not much I can do about it. I need to find a new Hollandaise recipe. So if anyone has a really good Hollandaise recipe that doesn't involve a blender, please let me know because I don't own a blender. I keep wanting to buy an immersion blender, but I haven't done it yet. And so I don't have one. Half of these recipes nowadays are immersion blender or blender recipes for Hollandaise. I'm like, what the heck happened to just using a pot? Now I gotta use a double boiler system. I'm just like so mind blown because yeah, the Hollandaise did not used to be this complicated. It's always been tricky, but now it just seems to have all these extra things going on. Epicurious.com. Oh yeah, if anyone's got any specific ones, let me know because I've been through about six to 10 of them in the last like 24 hours just trying to find one that didn't use a blender, that didn't use a double boiler, and I've settled on just making a double boiler out of this like ceramic dish I have because that's where we're at. But we're not going to start with that. We're going to start with, I'll switch these pots around. We're going to start with cooking the ingredients for the center of the crepes because that we can just put aside and keep warm. So we only have the two elements, so let's turn this up to kind of medium heat. We're gonna get some oil going. I need to buy some new olive oil soon. I'm actually running low. And I always pre-season my olive oil. Okay, I'm gonna use quite a bit because we're doing this for the vegetables. So while that heats up, I'm gonna go chop the vegetables. And I've got like a lot of vegetables, more than I normally would have in my life. But I've got avocado, I've got spinach, I've got this excellent mushroom pack that I'm really excited about because it's got like all these different types of mushrooms in it. So that's really exciting. I'm gonna use that. I got my energy drink. Today was so weird outside. I don't think the camera's showing the window, but it's raining right now, but lightly. And like 30 minutes ago, it was like thunderstorming, like just coming down. Usually a good place for recipes, yeah. Oh, I'm so mad about my stupid app because I screenshot a lot of my recipes, but I didn't screenshot the ones from All Recipes because I'm like, they're in the app. I can just favorite them. It's so easy, and I'm so mad about it. But I've got, I've also got asparagus. So we're gonna use a little bit of all of it. I don't need too much of anything because what needs to cook first? Probably the asparagus needs to cook first, so we'll get that in the pot first. Not too much. But yeah, so I'm just flabbergasted that I can't find a normal hollandaise recipe anywhere anymore. And it's like, what happened to all the normal ones that just use a pot? I've never made hollandaise without just using a pot before, and I'm like, this seems so, why? I don't understand why. Okay, the asparagus is in cooking. What's next? Probably the spinach. The avocado we won't cook, so I'm actually gonna put that back over here now. So we'll just put that in at the end. The spinach needs to cook down a bit too, so get that going. You'll need more spinach than you think because it does cook down. It's pre-washed. Prodotto lavato e pronto per il consumo. Does that mean it is pre-washed, or does that mean you need to pre-wash it? See, I know all those words, but I don't know that order. So let's look it up and find out if I should wash this, because I would rather not wash it and not get it all wet. Product washed and ready for consumption. Prodotto lavato e pronto per il consumo. Ready to go. Wonderful. Okay, I'm just gonna rip it up then. Always cut up or rip up your spinach before cooking it so that you don't get all those long stringy bits that drive you nuts. What's everyone else doing for food today? This was supposed to be, I was gonna do this yesterday, and then I got so mad about the hollandaise thing that I ran out of time, so I spent like an hour or more trying to figure out what to do for hollandaise, and then I called my sibling and was like, what do I do? Why is this so difficult? And then it just didn't get easier because their advice was, yeah, use a double boiler. And I'm like, God damn it. So then I gave up yesterday. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow and I'll make crepes for lunch and dinner. You know, because you can make them once and then use them for both, right? Because the crepes will just be ready. And then fill them with different toppings. But then today was actually, I can't even lie, today was productive. Today was good. It's just the things that I needed to get done were big, like things like talking to the doctor. And so that was kind of like all I had in me. So now I'm like, I should probably also do some co-working or streaming. So I haven't streamed in a couple days and all of that. But yeah, it was a good day, but I wish I had the energy for more. I feel like I want a little bit more spinach. No, I don't want more spinach there because I have the mushrooms too and the avocado, and it's just going to be way, way too much if I keep going. Okay, but this mushroom pack is super cool. I'm very excited about it. Oh, I see what's going on. There we go. Trying to keep an eye on the chat. There we go. Yeah, does it say what's in here? Variabile. Oh no, okay, well we got like, these look like the Latin names though. I've got like Agaricus bisporus, Pleurotus austriatus, Pleurotus cornucopii, and Cyclobe agarita. So whatever mushrooms those are, that's what I have. One of them is clearly just regular mushrooms. One of these look like oyster mushrooms. Yeah, they look really good, so I'm excited. Mushrooms are great too, because the secret to cooking mushrooms is that you can't under or overcook mushrooms unless you burn them. Mushrooms are like incredibly forgiving because you can eat them raw, and they don't get weird if you cook them for too long. Like they don't get, they get a little more tender, but like they don't get a bad texture ever. So mushrooms are super easy to cook. Just cook however much or as little you have time for or you want. Look at these. Oh, these are exciting. So I've never even made a crepe with this many fancy mushrooms before. So I usually just buy like, you know, like brown mushrooms or portobellos. But this is going to be fun. I am going to cut these ones up a little bit more because I find they're a little chewy. I don't want the big pieces. This one's a different type, so it's less chewy. This should be so exciting. Oh my goodness, this should be delicious. Okay, what else have we got? We got this big fellow and some little ones in there too. I only see 4 types of mushrooms in here. Oh, I guess maybe these are the other ones. There's only like 2 of these in the whole thing. That's okay. I'm never gonna finish this box. Mushrooms always, a pack this big of mushrooms always goes bad before I can finish it. So I might as well use all the good ones up now. Just leave all the boring brown ones. Use the expensive ones. Yeah, oh my god, I managed to like hurt my arm yesterday too. It was just not, the second half of this week was just kind of a disaster, not gonna lie. Okay, I better use these 2 up because they're fancy and they should probably get eaten or I'd be sad. Anything else fancy in here? 1 more of these guys. The rest is just brown mushrooms, which is fine. Those are good. But let's use the good ones. This is cool. I totally found this mushroom pack totally randomly, and I'm like, oh, I have to get those mushrooms, not just the regular ones. That's way more exciting. So good. Okay. Element is so hard to predict. Like, I can't hear anything sizzling here, so I'm gonna turn it up. But like, it's on 5, so like, why is 5 not enough to like just? I don't want it hot, too hot. I just want it to sizzle a little. Okay, well, try that a little bit. Okay, now the olive oil was pre-seasoned, but I am gonna add more pepper just because I like pepper on mushrooms. And then I'm not gonna worry about like overly salting these things because they're gonna be inside the crepe with lots of other stuff, and the hollandaise itself is gonna be salty. So I think the salt that was already in the olive oil should be enough. A little bit. Oh, I didn't put this rubber band back on the asparagus. Doesn't look like it needs it. Okay, am I making crepes now? I'm trying to think what the next step is because I've got to kind of time this out because I've got to make crepes and make hollandaise. Okay, I can't make crepes until this pan is empty because I'm gonna use this pan. But I could make the batter, start the hollandaise. That way when I go to make the crepes, because the hollandaise is almost ready, it'll be fast. I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're gonna figure it out. If you go to the allrecipes.com website and log in with the app credentials, you can still see your saved recipes under your account. I'm going to try that. I haven't actually tried that because I looked at the app reviews and everyone was just complaining how they couldn't get access to their recipes in any form. They were like, the website doesn't work, the app doesn't work, nothing works anymore. Even if you pay for a subscription, it still doesn't work. You still don't have access. So I just gave up. But if someone said that they actually did successfully get their recipes from the website, I will try it because I actually had quite a few good recipes. So I would like them back. And then I will screenshot them and never have to return. But yeah, they pissed everyone off because it was such a good app. And now it has like a 1-star rating because everyone's mad at it. Basically, they tried to change it to a subscription service. Very, very unsuccessfully. Okay, Yeah, let's try to make some crepes. Try to make some crepe batter. So this recipe is from my mother, so it's just on my phone. I don't know why I don't have her Hollandaise recipe. Like, that would have been the smart thing to have, right? Okay, what have we got? I need a whole cup of milk, theoretically, which I do not have. I have half of this thing of cream. So let's turn that into a cup of milk. Yeah, okay, that shouldn't be too bad actually. This is pretty heavy cream, so if I dilute that up to 1 cup, we actually shouldn't be too far off. Means no whipped cream for my dessert crepes, but I also don't have a blender or an immersion blender or a thingamajig anyways, so that's okay. Alright, let's be careful about this. Cold water and just a little bit. There we go. Okay, that should be fine. This whisk is too big to do this. Yeah, let's just use a spoon. This is sizzling now. See, now it's not sizzling too much. Like, this element just has no medium. It only has completely on or like not on at all. It's a little bit frustrating, honestly. Alright, let's use a fork. Alright, that looks like it should work. That's like the right consistency of milk. Alright, what am I doing? 2 eggs, 1 cup flour with my eggs. What am I using as a bowl? Ah, that's right. I'm like, I don't even have very many mixing bowls, but I'd already figured this out, and I'm like, I'll use the pot because it has a pouring spout, which actually is going to be really nice for crepes. Okay, so yeah, this recipe you can't screw up. Just literally put everything in a bowl and mix it together. Take number 1. Take number 2. Oh no, got egg running down the... Anyone else get egg everywhere when they try to do this? Like, I can crack them nicely, but I still get egg all over my hands and just, I don't know. I'm not very good at that part. But I don't get eggshell in them, so they taste good, even if they look like a disaster. Alright, 1 cup flour. Ah, I just used my cup for making milk. My only measuring cup. Okay, let's start putting the milk in there then. Should have done the dry ingredients first. Okay, well, we'll just put the dry ingredients in anyways. I really shouldn't use a fork on that. Thanks. Oh, the recipe: 2 eggs, 1 cup milk, 1 cup flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and a pinch of salt, and that is it. That is the crepe recipe, and that crepe recipe will do you for pretty much any crepes you ever need to make. It's perfection. It's so easy. I got new sugar because I only had brown sugar in the house. I wanted to get white sugar to do this. Now, I don't have tablespoon measuring thing, so I'm just going to use a literal tablespoon. Because again, you really can't screw this recipe up. So 1, 2, sugar, stir your mushrooms. See, I feel like I need more spinach in here. That's not enough spinach. But I don't want more food than that. The asparagus is so huge. Yeah, I don't want more food. I'll just have it light on the spinach proportionally. What else do I need here? Salt. Actual salt. There it is. Hey, Lonely Junie. Powdered sugar, butter, vanilla, and a touch of milk, and we could have icing in a cake, right? I actually found vanilla is really weird in Italy. Vanilla in France was great because it was always like vanilla, bourbon vanilla. It was really good. It was like thick vanilla. But here, I keep finding these weird, like really watery, like vanilla. Like it's not a syrup. It's like vanilla water. And it's not an oil. So it's just, yeah, I don't know. The vanilla in Italy is weird. I'd have to get, actually, that's something I should ask my mother to bring me, is some vanilla. She's already bringing me dill. Because I can't find dill, like the seasoning, the plant dill. I can't seem to find that in Italy. I don't know if I'm just crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna get some dill brat because I can't find it. I like dill. Okay, so we're just mixing this up. Oh, making sure the egg yolks break, but being gentle. This honestly is a little bit small of a bowl. I would normally have a larger mixing bowl than this. But, you know, here we are. It's gonna work. Just mix it until it's all smooth and even consistency with, it's okay if there's a couple lumps left, but generally try to get rid of all the lumps. I might use my whisk too. I was kind of gonna save my whisk for the Hollandaise, but I feel like I usually use a whisk for this, and I think that's probably a better choice. Look at that. Why? I don't know if that's supposed to come off. Maybe it's supposed to come off for cleaning. I don't know. Definitely fell apart though. Okay, yeah, that's so much smoother, so much better. Okay, the batter's good to go. We're gonna leave that and we'll make crepes with it. No, I'll leave the lid off of it. All right, do I need this measuring cup for anything right now? I have a cookie. I'll turn this element down. I'm trying to decide if I want to start a crepe before I start my Hollandaise or not. I've watched so many recipes for Hollandaise now, they're all getting mixed up in my head. I feel like I'm going to melt some butter first, have that set on the side. Okay, I'm gonna do that because I can use butter in this pan, and then I'm gonna want butter in the pan anyways to make the crepes. So that's fine. Oh, I guess the asparagus is the only thing in here that really needs to be more cooked. It's probably okay. I probably didn't use the really big pieces that maybe didn't cook as much. Hopefully the asparagus is cooked enough. I don't eat asparagus very often, but I like it when I do eat it. Okay, so that's fine. We're gonna put butter in there. We're gonna put a little plate on top of this to keep this warm. Okay, we've got 2 parts done so far. We're getting through it. Butter. Okay, how much butter do I want for the Hollandaise? $150 grams. That's 50. What's this, 100 grams? 125 grams. Okay, so I'll use all of one of these, and then that seems like so much. If I make extra Hollandaise, I really don't have to worry. I will eat it eventually. but I'm also nervous about screwing it up. I guess with the double boiler system, I really shouldn't screw this up. Like, I shouldn't mess it up. That's the whole point of making it easy, technically. Or at least more foolproof. Because I definitely have separated Hollandaise before in my life. Because that was 125, so I want just another 25, not very much. 150 grams of butter. Now I don't have any white wine vinegar or even just white vinegar, so I was just going to use more lemon juice. Alright, what's up next? Okay. Egg yolks. Separate your egg yolks. Where's a bowl for that? Now I'm going to use fresh eggs for this. I was kind of using up my old eggs for the batter, but I got some fresh eggs that I picked up yesterday. I'm going to use those for the Hollandaise because I think it does make a difference. Oh, that egg is cracked, so let's throw that one out. Oh, okay, well I'm glad I bought a 6-pack, not just a 4-pack. Any of the other ones fucked? Oh, it's kind of weird looking too. Oh, great. Are these okay? Okay, that one's fine, and that one's... I can't tell if it's in its own egg liquid or not. Oh my god, why is this so complicated? Okay, those two are fine. And hopefully some more of them are also fine? Oh my god. So confusing. Let's wash them now. But yeah, these two seem to be intact. Let's see if we can separate them successfully. Oh, I guess I should have had 2 bowls. Okay, I'm bad at this. Don't normally separate eggs. Using the eggshell itself to separate the yolk can be helpful because the egg yolk wants to stick to the eggshell. Try to pick a piece that doesn't have as many. It doesn't have lots of little broken bits. Okay, and we're going to save these egg whites because we're just going to use them on our crepe as part of the egg that we will cook. Alright, so 2 egg yolks. Oh, I need to fill this pan with water so it can simmer. Or fill it a couple inches. Alright, let's turn that one on. I should have done that earlier. I'll leave it up at 7 because it said one of them said a simmer and one of them said a rolling boil. So who knows? Hello, Unsolved Mysteries. How are you? I'm good. I love crepes are my absolute favorite food in the whole world, and I haven't made them since I've been in Italy, so I'm very excited to be eating those today. Well, not eating them yet, but I will be. Alright, what are we doing? We're heating this up. Yeah, see, this one says keep the water as low as it can go as long as it's still simmering. Okay, the butter is melting. Place the egg yolks in the mixing bowl over the simmering water. Keep it on a low heat or the eggs will scramble. Using a whisk, beat the eggs and then add in the vinegar. Okay, so the only vinegar I think I have is balsamic. It is balsamic. So I don't think we're going to use that. I think we're just going to use more lemon juice. Yeah. Okay, so we already washed these. How much vinegar does it want? This recipe's really annoying because it's on 2 separate pages for some reason. Like, why? Just wants 1 spoonful of vinegar. So that doesn't, yeah, this one's not gonna eat all that much. Okay, so butter, no. Eggs, add the vinegar, lemon juice, and then start adding the butter, which is nicely melted here. So I'm gonna turn that one off the heat. Or maybe on 1, I'll leave it on 1. And then we're going to pour the butter into here so that we can easily add it bit by bit. Which is apparently one of the most important parts. Also, my hot water heater gets way too hot. It's crazy. So it's fun in the bathroom because it's one of those singular taps, but in the kitchen I got the 2 double-handed taps, which I hate. I wish no one would ever use double-handed taps ever again because they're the most infuriating thing. The fact that you have to hit 2 separate controls to make one temperature happen is just absolutely infuriating me when we have the technology to just balance with one tap. Tell me what you really think, right? Okay, we're doing this. This is starting to warm up. Yes, good. Avoid touching pans. Ooh, you made some crepes, but you put jalapenos in the batter and it turned out 100% better than you thought. That's amazing. I love jalapenos in everything. If I didn't already have like 3 different types of green things and avocado, I would probably add them to this because that sounds like a great idea. And the batter is surprising. I would never have thought to add them to the batter. I would have just put them inside the crepes. So that's interesting idea there. Okay, the water's not doing anything. I'm going to turn it down from 7 because I feel like 7 is going to be too much. Let's put the eggs in. Okay, and let's put some lemon juice in. How long is this? Just butter? No, it was cream. Let's do that. Cream probably would not hurt this, but I'm just trying to do it right. Okay, so I feel like that water needs to be hotter though. Not really. Oh, it said use a whisk. Why am I using fork? My whisk is in the batter. See, that is too hot, and it's so frustrating because all I want to do is like 10 seconds to clean off this whisk, but it's so hot, I literally can't do that. It gets hot fast without having to touch both taps, which is infuriating. Why? Okay, when do I start doing this? Yeah, start whisking. Keep it on low heat. This is too low heat. I feel like the water should be doing something. Did I turn down the wrong one? No. That's the correct one. The left element is on 5. The right element is on 1. Well, the right element could probably be up a notch actually. So the water's starting to cool down. Also, I don't know. Can I turn this up again? I want it to do something! I'm also going to definitely add rosemary to my hollandaise because I love rosemary hollandaise. And add some paprika to it as well. I'm not sure yet. Okay, I feel like I can see it doing something now, so I'm going to turn it back down to 5. Do so without burning myself. Jesus Christ. Okay, oh, it's lemony. Oh, it tastes good already though. I love eggs. Okay, am I gonna start doing this? Can I get this butter into this cup? Can I do this? Oh, yes! Oh, I can't believe I did that. Success. Okay, gonna stay over there. Okay. non-stick pans for this. Dude, the butter's not even simmering though. That is not warm enough. The melted butter is also supposed to cook the egg. Looks good already though. That's probably just because it's mostly egg yolk at this point. Again, I have never made hollandaise this way before. I've made it in a pot. And I've definitely made it successfully in a pot. This is new to me. I've also made it unsuccessfully in a pot, by which I mean I've separated it and ruined it. But I've also brought it back from the dead a couple times. This just seems like so much work. I know it's working. I don't know if that's hot enough. I think I need some water. I keep going back and forth. Okay. Whisking all the time so the butter's incorporated. It should be smooth and thick, and it should start to thicken up a little bit. I feel like it hasn't done any of that. I want my butter to start solidifying. I feel like this has kept it at like a consistent thick level the whole time though, because I feel like normally when you start hollandaise, because it's just melted butter, it's so thin, but because I'm constantly adding the butter to the eggs, it's already thick. So I guess that's a successful part of this. So far. The crepes are the easy part, and that comes next. So that part I don't need to worry about. The first one's probably going to turn out really nice because this pan has so much butter in it. It's my prediction. Okay, yeah, I feel like this is absolutely thickening up, so that's exciting. Maybe this will turn out to be my best hollandaise ever, and then I'll appreciate this whole method. Should buy some mixing bowls and a big glass bowl though. Although honestly, the ceramic bowl seems to be doing the job. What are you doing there? No, this water's still not boiling. It's just kind of steaming. It's not even simmering. Like there's no bubbles. But the sauce seems to be thickening, so I kind of don't want to mess with it. There's like one little piece of spinach in here, which is really funny. It's not going to do anything, it's just funny to just keep seeing it. Alright, we've almost used all of the butter, so that's exciting. It is still incorporating. Yeah, it looks quite nice actually. I guess the trick to this method is that there's no... The danger of overcooking it is not very high. Okay, I think that's nice. Honestly, I think we're gonna leave that. We're gonna start making a crepe. I'm gonna turn the water. I don't think I need. I want to turn the water down, but I don't think I need to because it's still not even simmering. A little bit too lemony. What do I do to fix that? I could add another egg yolk. I don't have eggs to spare though. I didn't have that much lemon juice. Well, it'll be nice and lemony. All right. Oh, I can use this whisk. This whisk and this batter won't make a difference. Okay. Oh, I should turn up. Wow. I should turn up this element before I put stuff in it. Wow, that mostly got on. No, it got on my shirt. I was gonna say it didn't get on my sleeves, but it got on the center front of my shirt. I keep saying to myself I should get an apron over here. But I haven't done it. Well, I haven't seen a cute one, so I don't want to get like one of the, like a cheap kitschy one. I want to get a nice Italian one. So I haven't turned this element up yet, though. That's something I should do right away. 5 or 6. Okay, I'll let that heat up a bit. Okay. Oh, I got butter on my cupboards. What do we call this? My cupboard covers? I don't know what these are called, but they seem to work. Batter everywhere, no. Alright, we're gonna do this sauce is just sitting nicely. I'm gonna not touch it. That was just weird. What else do I need to do here? Okay, the eggy bits. Now I want an egg to actually go in the crepe with a yolk. That egg looks fine. And then we got quite a bit of whites to add. Is this clear? No, why? Yeah, okay, there we go. Next time you're gonna add ghost peppers to the batter? That sounds wild. So you like spice. I like jalapenos. I like spice, but I don't like it when it's too crazy for the sake of crazy. I like ones that have really good flavor to them. That's still just simmering. This butter is still not very melted. Centered too. Alright, well, I'm gonna pour one in. Yeah, you can tell there's so much butter because it just like spreads out. It's got that. A little bit more. A bit too much. Yeah, there's so much butter. It's just like swimming in it. Okay, there we go. That should cook nicely. Okay, that's just sitting nicely. Let's add the rosemary now. It's still very lemony. And the only other thing I could do about that though would be to add a whole other egg yolk and more butter. I don't want to do that. Also, I have to reach like because this thing is set on a 45-degree angle, I have to reach like underneath the water if I want to reach the other tap with this hand, and it's really frustrating. There's just so many things frustrating about that tap, and I would never buy a tap with 2 separate spouts. Ever. That's stupid. Okay, I'm going to turn this heat down because I feel like that's doing some stuff I don't want it to do. Yeah, it almost looks like it's... Oh, it's overcooking. Fuck. How's that possible? The water never even simmered. Damn it! I can't believe I'm ruining this Hollandaise after all of that work. Cold water on it. Yep, okay, so what do I need to add to this to fix a broken Hollandaise? I can't believe I broke this stupid sauce after all of that. I fucking broke it. So mad. Okay, how do I fix a broken Hollandaise? Because I can do that. I've definitely done that before. Ugh, I think I just add more butter. Okay, fix a broken Hollandaise. Hot water, just a little bit at a time. Okay, I think that's how I've done it before. Just add a little bit of water at a time. What was this? This was butter. Okay. I can't believe I kept it at below a simmer and it still did this to me. I'm supposed to have it off the heat for this? I don't know. Crepe looks like it's coming along. Oh, that was probably too much at once. Oh, if I have to start this Hollandaise again, I'm gonna be so mad. Just added my rosemary. Oh, there we go, I fixed it. Good. Okay, we're not gonna put it back on the heat, because screw that. That looks nice. And I put it on the heat for just a moment. Oh, why am I doing that? That's so stupid, I shouldn't do that. Okay, I should take it off now. And I'm not doing it. Why am I not doing that? I just want it to thicken up just like a littlest bit, but it'll also probably thicken up when it gets colder. So I should just take it off the heat. Okay, just leave it there. Hopefully it'll stay good now. How's this crepe coming? Can we flip you yet? Solidified. I don't think it's quite flippable yet. Move the water to the side. What's the other thing I need to do? Is there anything else I need to do? Oh, I was gonna put Dijon in my Hollandaise. Maybe I'll do that now just because the lemon taste is so overpowering. And so I might as well try adding something else to overpower the overpowering. Just like a, I don't know, tiny spoonful. I don't know if that's too much or too little. Let's see what we get. Very strong Hollandaise. That's okay. That Hollandaise. It's also still holding itself together, which I'm pleased about. Be a little thicker. I'm gonna turn the heat up on the crepe one too. Not for this point, because this one's probably almost. can see this is doing something because I can see the darker yellow from the bottom. I'll take it off the heat in a second here. It's very strong. I don't know if this is my best Hollandaise ever. I'm going to turn this one off a notch. Okay. We'll save up water in case it separates again. It's entirely possible. Finish all my Red Bull. Sad. Oh, it's bubbling around the edges now. That's a good sign. Browning on the bottom? Not quite yet, because there's so much butter. It's gonna be really good though. It's gonna taste good. Maybe I should add another egg yolk to this. I'm gonna. I don't like it the way it is right now. Oh crap, I did that thing where it broke the shell but not the Hey, I did it that time without losing the egg yolk at all. Yeah, okay. Egg white, get out of there. Oh, come on. Look, you guys suck. If I add an extra egg yolk, I should probably add some more butter too. So. Oh good, now it's brown on the bottom. If I have an actual crepe pan, I can flip these using just the pan, but I figured I'd do it the easy way today. Okay, let's add some egg on top. Scramble that up. Keep it inside the crepe. Ooh, I just like ripped the crepe. Oh no. Okay, that's already starting to cook. What do I need? Oh, I'm doing too many things at once now. You can tell. Let me get the cheese out. There we go. We have a couple different types of cheese. And one of the tricks is just remember to put everything on one side of the crepe so that it folds in half nicely. I'm done too. Okay, good, that butter's melting. Pretty low heat, right? Okay, my toppings. I need about half of this. There we go. Save some more for another one. That'll be tonight or later, but hey. Okay, that's looking nice. This is looking nice. How does it taste? Still so lemony. Oh my goodness, how did I do this? More butter, I guess. I'm not adding another egg yolk, so more butter. How's this? I'm not putting anything else in here. Avocado. I guess I'll put the avocado on top, and that's it. That's all I have. Good. The actual crepe turned out nice. The hollandaise, honestly, it's like 50%. Almost there. I just want it to be less lemony now. It's got a little bit of... Again, I'm kind of trying to counteract that lemon. I don't know if this is the right way to do it. I also think I do need some more salt in there. I don't think I've added any salt except for the fact that I use salted butter, which I don't know if you're supposed to do, but I kind of use salted butter for everything, so, you know. Salt might help counteract the lemon. One of the biggest things of hollandaise is just to keep it moving. That's better now. That's better now. It's still overly lemony, but it's not like crazy so. Beautiful! Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that. If that's on the... Yeah, a little bit. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, that's the side that needs more. Oh no! My asparagus is escaping. Along with cheese. Don't burn yourself onto the element, please. Okay, good. Alright, so what are we going to do? We need to cut up the... Just put all this to the side for now while I eat this. I'll come back and make another one. That's probably done. And to cut the avocado is what I was trying to say. Yep, that's done. Okay, so we'll leave this off. We'll turn all those off. Why is this so... Now it's like not hot enough. I have to turn it up for a minute, but I feel like I need to. It's just not hot enough. Ow! See this stupid element? I hate these dials because they get so hot and you can't touch them. Like, Jesus Christ! God, that's a stupid ass design. Ooh, whoever designed those is absolutely dumb because it's so close to the element. Like, put it down in the corner. Why wouldn't you put it down here? I don't understand. I'm gonna start turning the camera around and stuff. I should probably focus on the hollandaise or I'm gonna ruin it again. But, you know, I'm gonna turn the camera around and stuff. Just know thyself. Okay. Let's put the camera somewhere like that. to readjust in a bit. Check on the Hollandaise. Let me see if there's a fix for Hollandaise is too lemony. Maybe the internet has an easy solution for me. My phone just died? Oh my god. I think my phone just died. Yeah, it did. Okay, let's use the other phone. Alright, we're pretty much ready to go here. Oh good, my phone's back on. Avocado! I'm forgetting my avocado. Okay, I swear this looked cuter a minute ago, but then I like said, no to my beautiful hollandaise drizzle. I want more hollandaise. We're not doing reasonable amounts of hollandaise here. We spent so much effort trying to make this thing happen. We're using a lot of it. So that's what we did. Like that, I think. Oh, that's better. Okay, let's eat this and see if it's any good. It should be good. Crepes are, like I said, my favorite food. So I've made them a lot. I've actually made hollandaise a lot too. So mad my recipe doesn't exist anymore. Well, I'm going to try logging into all recipes and see if I can access it on the website. Alright, food. Let me eat your food. See how you turned out. This is also a bit different than I've ever done before, like the different types of mushrooms. I don't usually use asparagus. I do usually use mushrooms and spinach. That's like my go-to. Oh, it tastes good. Okay, good. Turned out nice. And the recipe I used for the crepes, if anyone wants it, let me know and I'll post it on Discord. It makes 4 crepes, like normal sized crepes. So you get, if you're doing it for you and someone else, you each get a dinner crepe and a dessert crepe. If you're doing it just for you, you get like a lunch crepe, like 2 lunch crepes and 2 dinner crepes. If you're doing it for 4 people, everyone gets 1. But it's such an easy recipe, so it's easy to like double or, you know, just mix it up. Okay. My mouse is over there. And then I always do this thing where I take too long to start eating and it cools down, and it's obviously better when it's warm. I'm so used to eating these cold. Okay, I'm glad I didn't destroy the hollandaise. Definitely not my best hollandaise ever, but it works, it plays. Do I decide if I oversalted it in my quest to delemon it? I don't think I did, but I think it's on that line. I didn't put any more, I guess. Oh, rosemary. Oh, and the crepe is cooked perfectly. It's got like consistency where it's not like too dry. Still got a little bit of squish in the middle of it. I knew that crepe was going to cook perfectly because there was so much butter in that pan. Alright, let's put this on Coworking, I guess. I also have no idea whether the lights are being so flickery today. I already tested turning one of them off. It didn't help today, where usually it fixes it. But the sun has gone down now. So I'm going to try again. Let's see if it fixes it this time. I feel like it's better. I feel like it's not 100% better, but I feel like it is better. So we'll leave it like that. Yeah, paprika. Yeah, I put a little bit in, just a little bit. I kind of put it in because I do like paprika in pretty much everything. I haven't changed this cold. I'm not gonna worry about it. I don't know if I'm gonna do 3 hours today, but I'll put it at 3. We'll see what happens. Okay, and I'll put the timer on 45 minutes. I suppose I just put the camera down to show the food that we made. There we go. My head's still on camera? Yes, good. Success. Oh, this turned out really nice. I haven't tried any of the larger asparagus pieces yet, so those are the only thing I'm kind of worried that might not be fully cooked. But again, even if asparagus is not fully cooked, it's not going to hurt you. It's just not going to be great. Great choice about being a vegetarian. It's very hard to poison yourself. Not impossible, but it's much harder than when you're a meat eater. Thank you. These were... So I'm renting a furnished apartment. So like it came with like the table and the chairs and like the dishes and stuff. It didn't come with sheets for some reason. I brought my own sheets. But it came with like a couple towels and stuff and furniture. And it came with these absolutely stunning, beautiful wine glasses that are like, I would 100% buy these for myself. Like, that's beautiful. So, yeah, I was very, very pleased that these were here. And it's not a full set. Like, it's got like, well, actually, it's got like 5 of this size, but then it's got like 2 of a slightly larger size. And then some of the ones that are this size have a little bit of chips on them. So you can tell why they're like the set that's in the furnished apartment, because it's not a complete perfect set anymore. But damn, there's enough of them that are good that I'm A-okay with them. Today you'll know the results of the Alberta election. Ooh, exciting. What's riding on that this time? Any big issues? Oh, this turned out really good. Because some of the cheese around the edges started to crisp up. Put quite a bit of cheese in it. I know, aren't these like, they're so regal, like, and I mean, that's my whole style, right? So like, I just love them, because yeah, it looks like something out of like Game of Thrones or something. I'm here for it. I'm dying for it. What is Hollandaise? If you've never had Hollandaise, boy, are you in for a treat. So Hollandaise, you might not know it as Hollandaise. You might know it as the sauce that comes on top of Eggs Benedict. Have you ever had Eggs Benedict? The yellow sauce that goes on Eggs Benedict is Hollandaise. It's basically just a creamy, buttery, like egg sauce. It basically just tastes like butter if it's done perfectly. It's like this thick, delicious, savory sauce. You can put it on vegetables, you can put it on eggs, you can put it on, like, honestly anything. But it's the best way to make a child eat their vegetables, because if you put Hollandaise on any vegetable, broccoli, asparagus, whatever, the kid will eat it. And then as an adult, you can put it on anything you want. Most people put it on Eggs Benedict. And if you've never had Eggs Benedict, go get you some Eggs Benedict at a restaurant somewhere, because bam. And poached soft. Make sure your eggs are poached soft so that they're a little bit runny. That's the best way to do it. Yeah, you've never had it or heard of it before. Oh my goodness. I mean, it is like a British food, right? But like it's very popular in America and Canada and England, all over the English-speaking world. And it's a Hollandaise is a French sauce, if I'm correct. It's definitely, Hollandaise is a popular sauce in French cooking for sure. So yeah, it's definitely a big part of that kind of traditional European cooking. And for a reason, it is damn good. It's not good for you. Like, Hollandaise is basically just fat, right? Like, it's just butter and egg yolks. But that's why it's so good. And then you can season it however you want. Like, this one I put rosemary and paprika in it. But you can season Hollandaise with anything you like. So it's really good. You can make it spicy, you can make it kind of sweet, you can make it savory, you can make it whatever herbs and seasonings you want. Look up if you like to cook, look up a recipe because it's absolutely divine. Honestly, I bet you can find a restaurant somewhere that does serve eggs Benedict. It's a breakfast meal, so you have to find somewhere that serves breakfast or brunch. And then somewhere I'll have it as a special at some point, I'm sure. Because, yeah, it's a good breakfast meal. Because it's eggs and toast and, you know, traditional eggs Benedict is an English muffin, which is like a round piece of toast with a piece of ham and an egg, and then eggs Benedict, or Hollandaise sauce on top. And so it's like a perfect breakfast meal, right? Mm-hmm. And if you're vegetarian like me, instead of like ham, you'd put maybe like avocado and tomato in there, or like spinach, or, you know, something like this, or cheese inside instead of the ham. And it honestly makes it better because now you've got all this like cheese and tomato and deliciousness going on. But yeah, I would not recommend someone start. If you're not good at cooking, I wouldn't recommend starting with Hollandaise because it is frustrating. When mine broke earlier today, so when we say, if someone listening doesn't know, when we say we break a sauce, it means it separates and it becomes like a fat part and a liquid part. Basically, it overcooks, and the oil part starts separating from the solid part. And what you want is this nice creamy emulsion where it's all like kind of one consistency, one smooth, creamy texture. If you cook it too much, you can separate it, and you can say that you broke the sauce. And you broke it into two parts, basically. And you can fix it. And I've done this so many times before. I was like mad at myself, but confident that I could fix it, and I did. I fixed it in like, I don't know, 60 seconds. But the first time that happens to you, it's going to be so frustrating, and you're probably not going to be able to fix it in 60 seconds. And so you do have to remember that some people are perfect at Hollandaise, and some people are like me, not perfect at Hollandaise. I have one friend who's one of those types of people who's very meticulous and pays attention to things constantly. And so like when he's cooking, he watches the pot and he stirs the pot constantly. When I'm cooking, I'm doing 500 other things. So I'm not watching the pot and stirring it constantly, and my Hollandaise separates. If you just sit there and watch the pot and stir it constantly, you will be in control of it and it will work perfectly. So if you're that type of person, Hollandaise is easy. If you're my type of person, you better learn how to fix a broken Hollandaise. But that really just shows you how good Hollandaise is, because it's frustrating as hell for me to make it, and I still want to make it because it's so good. Oh, that was the other thing I did today. I had to pay my rent. And I had to pay my rent to a different bank account than I had been for the past 2 months. My landlord wanted me paid to a different bank account. But that meant like a whole bunch of stuff on my end had to change, because the bank account that she wanted it paid into wouldn't work with the company that I was previously using to pay from. So I had to find a different company to pay for it, and then that company wouldn't even take money from my Canadian bank. So I'm like, well, that's a no-go. So then I had to find a third company. Thankfully, I had a third company set up in order to do it, but they would only do it through credit card. So I had to like do like 3 separate credit card transactions in order to like get the money to pay my rent. Just because they all had like weird limits on like how much they would accept from a credit card too, and it's like, why is this so frustrating? But I got that done today, and that wasn't important. So that's kind of one of those reasons why I feel like I already did a bunch of stuff today. The band Queen is selling its music catalog for $1 billion. Wow. So what does that mean? Like, does that mean their record label is selling it to another record label? Like, they're selling, like, the band members are selling their rights to another record label? I don't really understand, but that's very interesting. I feel like I actually almost used too much sugar here. Remember how I didn't measure anything? Well, I measured the things that used a cup, but I didn't measure the sugar or the lemon juice. Should have measured the lemon juice, goddammit. I was trying to make up for the vinegar that I didn't have. But yeah, the crepes are almost, like, I can kind of taste the sweetness, which is not what you want for a savory crepe. It's going to be great when I make a dessert crepe in a bit. Some Nutella. Oh, I don't have bananas right now! My favorite dessert crepe is Nutella and bananas. I don't have bananas right now. Do I have raspberries? No, I finished off the raspberries. I don't have any good sweet fruit right now. No, I've got like avocado. Oh my gosh, I don't want to go to the store. It's too late to go to the store. It's like 9 p.m. It's just gonna be Nutella. That's so sad. Oh. Also. I'll have crepes for tomorrow. I'll go to the store tomorrow and get bananas. Once I finish eating this, I am going to go at least pour out the remaining 3 crepes because the crepes last much better as crepes than they do as batter. Just because that way you don't have to store a liquid, you just store the flat crepes. Ooh, that was one of the interesting mushrooms. Banana pudding with molasses, cinnamon, and nutmeg. That sounds phenomenal. I love cinnamon and nutmeg. This turned out really good, and the asparagus is cooked enough. So that's wonderful. I actually could have added a little bit more spinach. So for future reference, could have added a little bit more. Because I still have, I almost don't have enough left for a second one. And so I could have just had more filling. The rights to their songs, that's what they're selling. Okay, very cool. Hopefully someone will do something good with it. The temperature is so weird right now though. I keep turning the air conditioner on and off and on and off. I can't quite find a happy medium. No. The weather today was so weird. It was beautiful the 2 previous days, but still getting a little cold, like windy at night. Not even cold, just windy. My poor umbrella keeps getting knocked over. But today, it was only nice for like a couple hours, and then it got so windy, the umbrella knocked over while I was still out there. Like, it picked up fast. I tried to knock my plants over. I had to bring those in quickly. And then it thunderstormed again. Like I was saying when I first started the stream, it was thunderstorming very briefly. But now it's kind of settled down again. I don't know. Oh, I wanted to do some like goal setting or something today, and now I knew I kind of very, very lightly scheduled that for myself because I knew by this point in the day I'd be getting tired because like I said, I had to do a lot of stuff this morning. And so I'm kind of like, if I want to do it, that's fine, and if I don't, I won't do it tomorrow. But the book club for next month, for the first Monday of June, I think it's the 6th or something. The book is The One Thing, and I was kind of like not very impressed with it because it was kind of just, and if it was the first book like that I'd read, I probably would have been impressed with it, but it's like the 10th, so everything it says I've kind of seen before, I've seen elsewhere. Except it got to one chapter and it started spouting a bunch of stuff that I hadn't heard before, and I'm like, oh, this is good advice. This is actually useful. This is new. I've never heard someone say it like this before. So if you want the full review, tune in for book club, first Monday of the month. and I will go over it in more detail. But it got me inspired to do goal setting, because it's all about doing the one thing, and it's about, you know, what is the one thing you should get done today? What is the one thing you should get done this week? What is the one thing you should get done this month? What's the one thing to get done this year? You know, and what's the one thing to get done in your lifetime, right? So kind of working backwards from the big picture down to the granular, like what should you be doing right this moment? And which is obviously a theory I've heard many times before. That's not a unique theory. But they started getting into some actual like actionable tips that were kind of practical and new to me. So I'm like, okay, this book has some value after all, even if you've read all the other ones. Because you read enough of those like time management, business planning books, they all kind of start to say the same thing, right? Depends on which one you read first. But this one, it had some unique details despite most of its information being stuff I'd already seen. The weather on the west coast is sunny with temperature highs of 21 degrees. Yeah, we've overshot you now. Even on the rainy days, it's warm here now. Didn't take very long. What temperature was it today? Definitely above 20 degrees, that's for sure. Oh, I forgot. When my phone restarts, my stupid sim requires a code. And I never remember the code because I don't restart my phone very often, but I have it written down in my phone. But then I have to go hunt it down and find it before my SIM card will work again. It's like the stupidest shit ever. Why does that even happen? And then you have to go, and then because you shut that down, you have to go through the settings menu to make it work again. There we go. I'll remember it eventually if I do this enough, but there we go. What was I doing? The weather. Yeah, it's 20 degrees now and it's like night and thunderstorming. What's the daytime temperature this week? Yeah, the daytime temperature is between 26 and 29 this week. Although most of it's at 26 to 27, so that's good. Thunderstorms the next 2 days though. And it evens out into more cloudy weather, so that's good. Get rid of the thunderstorms. Good. I'm watching so much more TV lately than I normally do, just because I've been so unmotivated to do stuff. And so my brain goes, you need dopamine. Eat food and watch TV. I'm like, oh, come on. Not even hungry anymore. Not today, because I was productive today. It was like the first big meal I've had today. But like Saturday, I think I had like 2 breakfasts and then dinner. And it was just like, what? This is too many meals. I don't normally eat that many meals. Plus snacks all day. And then on Sunday, same thing. It was just like meal, another meal. Just finished a meal, make another meal. It's like, it's just low dopamine. And I know it. Like, I can recognize that I'm not hungry. I just want dopamine. But I don't have any other way to get dopamine. Because I was trying a bunch of different like supplements and stuff like ginkgo and what else, guarana and some other stuff this weekend. And it didn't fucking work. Like, it didn't work at all. One day I got a headache and the other day I just wanted to go back to bed all day. So I'm like, well, that was useless. Back to the pharmacist. But thankfully I already talked to the pharmacist. This is more of a last ditch resort. Trying in case it takes another 3 weeks. But it didn't work. So I messaged the doctor and I'm going to go in and see the doctor tomorrow if she doesn't message me back. Because, oh my god, I can't spend every day doing nothing but eating all day. Eating and watching TV. It's not good. And like, I know how to get around that because, like I said, in high school, I didn't even know I was ADD. And my solution to getting around that is to schedule myself so tightly that I don't have time to fuck around and get bored. So if I have something to do at every hour of the day, I will just do it. And then I won't be bored. But as soon as I have free time and no dopamine, all I want to do is eat and go back to bed. Watch TV. And I hate it. It drives me absolutely nuts, but it's so... The solutions that don't involve modern medicine are so unhealthy that I don't want to do them. I just want the doctor to get back to me. Oh, the F1 race was in Monaco and it rained during the race? Oh no. Oh, that's so weird. Usually it's beautiful in Monaco this time of year. This is such a bizarre year for weather. Just everywhere, honestly. Mm. Oh, what I was gonna say, I finished Mrs. Maisel. The season finale came out this week, and it was so good. It was so good. I was so pleased with how they ended it. I was so pleased with the respect they showed all the different characters, especially Susie. Like, they handled her storyline so well. I loved how they finished it. I loved what they did with the family. It was a perfect series finale. And so many series don't even get finales, let alone a good one. Game of Thrones. I was very, very happy with it. And I would highly recommend Mrs. Maisel if you like, what would you call it? Like a vintage set sitcom drama kind of thing? Dramedy? It's literally about a comedian, so it's funny. But it also has some really good drama to it too. Max Verstappen won the race for Red Bull Racing. Excellent. I'll look through and see if I recognize any of these drivers. I know some of them. Nah, I don't know any of the ones who won. This is good. I was craving crepes for like 3 days now. And I wanted them the first day, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to the store. And the second day, I'm like, I went to the store, and then again, the Hollandaise fiasco, and I didn't end up eating them yesterday. And so today, I'm like, yes, today is the day. Give me the crepes. That's right. I have an art masterclass to watch from Carrie Hess. Carrie Hess is one of my favorite fashion illustrators, and she put on a free, I don't know, I haven't watched it yet, but it's a creativity masterclass, so I'm assuming she does some painting. So I'd like to watch her paint for an hour. Yes, please. Need to watch that. Also, it is wild how much my time dilation has gone crazy the last couple of days. Like I said, I've just been like not in a good dopamine place. And so I feel like it's been like a week since I last streamed, and it hasn't. It's been like 4 days or something. And it just like, my brain's like, it's been a week and 4 days. I'm like, no, it hasn't. Like, it's only been 4 days. Calm down. But especially when I'm mad at myself, when I'm like, why don't I want to do anything but sit in bed and watch TV, make another food? Then I just get mad, and it feels like it takes forever. And so I'm like, it's been 3 days of this. I'm like, it hasn't. It's been 6 hours. Calm down. Calm down and drink a Red Bull. Apparently that's the only thing that works. Succession had its final show. Succession's been on my list for a while because I've had a lot of people recommend it to me. So I feel like I do need to watch that at some point. No, I'm just cold and I left the remote for the air conditioner over here. Yeah, I tell them folks I've got like 3 bites left and I haven't eaten them. So that's a good thing. Yeah, oh my god, there's so much research this week, in the last couple days. I have to like research all these medications in Italy. Because once I talked to the pharmacist on Friday, and then I had actual information, thank God. But then I still had to figure out what to actually ask the doctor for. So it was like a lot of research. And like dosages and stuff. I'm like, what's an equivalent dosage? And all this junk. So that was like a lot of research. And then I had to do all this stupid stuff to figure out how to get this banking to work. So it was like, so much research. Based on Richard Murdoch's family. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it would have good drama. And also, like, I feel like it also got recommended to me because it's like that, you know, that lifestyle kind of show. So. Oh, I also started watching Jack Ryan on Amazon Prime. That was pretty good. I think I've only seen like an episode, maybe 2 episodes. I was enjoying it. Oh, cute! Okay, this is the first time Amazon has shown me this title in Italian, not in English, because normally it just shows me the English title. But the title in Italian for Mrs. Maisel is La Fantastica Signora Maisel, which is super cute. Because in English it's the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel because it's an alliteration. But if it's in Italian, it's Signora Maisel, so it's not an alliteration, so you might as well make the first word something different too. That's cute. Oh, I've also got an RPG later tonight. Like 5 a.m. later, so I've got to decide if I should go to bed at like midnight and get 5 hours of sleep and then try to do that. Probably that's what I should do. Rupert. Yes. Anyone who likes books, you would enjoy El Nome della Rosa. I'll look it up. What's it about? Okay, the summary of this book is off the charts. Okay, the summary that came up on Google. The Name of the Rose is an 1980 debut novel by author Umberto Eco. I've never read any of Umberto Eco before. It is a historical murder mystery set in an Italian monastery in the year 1327, good start, and an intellectual mystery combining semiotics and fiction, biblical analyses, medieval studies, and literary theory. Like, wow! Could you shove any more in there? That sounds amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. That sounds great. That was just the right amount of food too. Umberto Eco is a great author. If you enjoy that, you will equally enjoy Pendolo de Foucault. Haven't read any of that either. Alright, I definitely left my pan on, so I'm gonna go make more crepes. But once I pour them out, I can come sit down and wait for a couple of minutes while they cook. So I'm gonna go start doing that. Damn it, I forgot I have all these egg whites not doing anything. Oh, I never turned the microphone back around to face me. Sorry if it was not very great sound quality for a while there. There we go, now it's facing me sitting down. Someone remind me to get up and check on my crepe in a minute if I forget. Burn. Oh good, okay, I was trying to tell whether my air conditioner's been dripping on the downstairs neighbors, but I didn't have any problems today, so that's a good sign. So maybe it's all better now. Did you hear about the Venice canals turning phosphorescent green? I did not hear about this. What happened? Environmentalist action got the blame for the canals turning green. Oh my goodness, like they were trying to make a point and it went too much or something? I'll have to look it up, see if there's some pictures. Oh wow. Venice authorities investigate after canal turns fluorescent green. That is a very bright green color, but no one knows why. Oh, no one's claimed for it. Or if it's a natural thing, like maybe there's an algae bloom or something, right? Algae blooms could be really strong, really fast, and really bad. It's not cooking evenly. Why is it not cooking evenly? Not much. The edges are cooked, but the inside is not, and I can tell. I'll leave it a bit longer. One thing I don't like about this place is that I have to close the blinds at night. I like places where I don't care about closing the blinds at night because no one can see anyways, but here there's definitely, I'm on the top floor, but in Rome everything has like a maximum height, so even if you're on the top floor, there's a bunch of other buildings nearby that are also the top floor because there's no topper floor, there's no higher floor. So I'm like, oh, fine, I'll close my blinds. I'm like, I don't mind closing my blinds to go to sleep. Like, I would normally do that. But, like, I don't like doing it when I'm just sitting in my living room. I'd much rather be able to see out and, like, see the city lights. But I also feel like it's a little too fishbowl-y, you know, in certain places. And this is one of those apartments. Why is my account in Italian on Amazon Prime right now? Why did it just decide to do that? No reason. I didn't ask it to do that. It wasn't doing that before. Check out that crepe again. It's still not ready to flip, so but it has cooked through at least. So I've turned up the heat. I feel like I want dessert. What am I gonna eat for dessert? Okay, so I feel like I need to get a new whisk because that one is so top heavy. I managed to drop it again and like flick it all over myself. So I'm just not super impressed with that whisk, I guess is what I'm saying. Yeah, in response to the banging sounds on stream. Yeah, that was me dropping like the Hollandaise whisk. Then I dropped my cutting board kind of into the sink, kind of into the empty bowl that I was using for Hollandaise. And then I broke an egg that I hadn't used yet. And so I'm like, oh shit, I need to use this egg. So I put it on the crepe, even though that was going to be my dessert crepe. But instead it is now an egg crepe for tomorrow. And I still have enough batter to make more. But yeah, that was that. I broke an egg. I dropped a Hollandaise whisk. I need to wash my kitchen mat now. Which I just washed like a week ago. And what else did I do? I didn't break anything else. I just got Hollandaise everywhere. You tested the laws of physics yesterday morning when you rose from your bed and found the floor. Yeah, that's kind of what my whisk just did. And that egg. The egg also found out the hard way. But I start to read the Song of Achilles, right? I haven't started it yet. I'm still trying to finish the one for... I'm almost done this one though. So I'm going to be starting it very soon. Okay, this one's cooking much faster, so I think I've got the right temperature setting now. Or at least 6 is the right setting and 5 is not hot enough. 7 might be needed, but I'm going to try it on 6 and see. At the back of the book, it has pictures of the character and pictures of the ships and vessels, plus a glossary of the characters. Oh, very cool! I like it when they do that, when they actually give out the little extra bits. It feels so much... I don't know, it feels like more of like a historical, like classic novel, because a lot of the classic novels had all that stuff, right? It's kind of fun. Oh, I never reset this timer. Yeah. Do that. Break, 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 break. So I have not dropped anything else yet in the kitchen. I shouldn't have said that. Now I'm going to drop something and break it. I've only got 1 egg left. It's going to be that poor egg. Nope, that is not ready to flip. All right, internet brain. Oh, I'm losing pieces. Okay, what do we think I should put with the Nutella? I've got raspberry chocolate and I've got pistachio chocolate. Which one do we think we could go better in a crepe with Nutella? The difficult questions come up on this channel. We tackle the hard issues. And while I probably should be setting things like that are as low risk as possible, like Amazon Prime into Italian, I'm just not there yet. I go to Amazon Prime to not brain. So let's put that back into English. I don't know why it switched itself into Italian. That was so complicated too. Jesus. Because I go to settings and it's like, I can't find settings. Thank you. Settings is apparently in Italian or something. And I could not figure it out. Also, I don't think it was just, there is no settings. Oh, it's called account and settings. That's why I couldn't find it. So I was looking for settings in Italian, but it wasn't called settings in Italian. I don't even know what it's called in Italian. This doesn't even, like, I'm looking at the Italian version and in English what is it called? Watching your account settings. What is it called in Italian? Oh, it's called Account Impostazioni. Yeah, I did not know that Impostazioni was settings. This is why it needs to be in English. Oh, that's a beautiful looking crepe. Okay, I got one more crepe to make after this. This one's still on its second side. I'm gonna put some good stuff in it. Oh, I should put the Nutella in it. we're gonna put raspberry. Because if I had actual raspberries, that's what I would use right now. So we're gonna use the raspberry chocolate. All right, I got one more crepe cooking, so don't let me forget about it or I'll burn it. But they've all turned out really nice so far. So the dessert crepe, and we'll have 2 crepes for tomorrow. Crepe, crepe, crepe. When you're not sure, try them both, right? But the Italian sounds great. So much expression. Yes, I love it. That's one of the reasons I love this language, because it's very... Everything you say sounds exciting. Sounds expressive.
some sort of David Bowie movie on Amazon too. I haven't looked at the trailer yet, but I should probably at some point. I generally like things about David Bowie, or with David Bowie. Oh, I can smell the chocolate. Why aren't I eating it? It smells good. Mm. Okay, the raspberry was a good choice because I could taste it immediately. Mm.
Yo.
All right. We're done with that break period. We're going to go on to a work period. And I'm going to turn the microphone off. I might do some cleaning in my kitchen if I'm gone for a bit. That's what I'm doing. Or I might just sit here and eat my crepe. You know, either way. Do need to get up and check on that second one though. Make sure it's not burning. It won't be burning yet, but it's about the right time to check. I'll be back. Oh, also I'll run an ad, so if anyone... I'm gonna mute the tab. The next 60 seconds will be the time to do it. Don't mute the player though. Alright, breaky time. It has to do with the lead oxide content, or so you were told at an early age from a maker. You always remembered it because it whistled. Give a kid a noisemaker, and well, that's so cool. Yeah, no, I knew you could make stemware sing, but I had no idea there was a difference between glass and crystal stemware, crystal glass. That's really cool. A gold band at the top would make it not whistle, but at the bottom, and it produced a unique vibration. Do you have to like put it on something specific to make it do it? I have no idea what this is, but let's find out. Does it have to be water? Can you use anything? I'm gonna put water in there because I don't want any more wine today. Okay. Is it gonna work? Now this has gold around the top. I'm not getting any noise. Can you do it while you're holding the bottle, or does that make it not work? Oh, there we go. Well, it's not doing anything exciting though. It's kind of just... I don't want it to fall over. Oh, I almost had a noise. It's just like shaking the table. Is there a trick to this? I don't know how to do this. I've done it before in my life, but years ago. I don't remember it being this difficult. Any liquid. Yeah, I'm not getting it. It's like shaking, but it's shaking on the table. I don't know if there's... on the cloth? I have no idea. Oh, almost. I'm not getting a very good noise out of that. Are you supposed to hold the bottom? I don't know. I want to break the glass. Well, I'm not getting a good... Oh, almost. Something with the metal up high dampens the vibration. Yeah, I think it definitely is. I think that, and there's quite a bit of metal up here, so I guess it's just not doing it. It almost wanted to, like I can feel it vibrate, and like I said, when it's on the table, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it like shakes the table. Like it goes. That's so cool. I had no idea there was so much like physics to it. So funny. Where's my air conditioner again? See, now it's too hot. It's like every like 30 minutes I have to adjust the temperature. I can't quite get it to like a good just temperature. Try to turn it up 1 degree so that maybe it doesn't get too cold. Alright, I'm getting tired though, so I think we're gonna head to bed pretty quick here. We'll take this break and then we'll probably do a raid. Siesta time. Well, it's like 11:30 p.m. here, so. But it's not. I'm not going to. I've got RPG group at 5 a.m. my time, so I'm gonna go have a nap for 5 hours. That's most of a night of sleep. I'm gonna sleep for 5 hours, then I'm gonna get up for a couple hours, and I'm gonna go back to sleep for another 3 hours. Yeah, because they're all in North America. I'm in Europe. So for them, it's the evening. For me, it's very early in the morning. I don't know why I set this up like this. I keep trying to push it earlier so that it's more like 2 or 3 a.m. my time, which would be way better for me, but it starts pushing into people's work schedules, and I'm like, God damn it. Fucking stop working. I don't know. Writing fanfiction on one screen and doing actual book research on another. Hey, the system works. That's like, sounds like my system. Getting some good research and writing done. Sci-fi fanfiction to the left, historical research to the right. Split brain. Hey, that's the way to do it though, because then your brain gets all these interesting ideas and you start mixing them together, right? And you start subconsciously like thinking more creatively than you would otherwise. So I'm 100% for that kind of stuff. Who's canceling on me? Fusion reactor to the left, cuneiform to the right. Most excellent. Somewhere in there is a Blackadder quote. Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right. Oops. Oh, I left my time tracker on meditation for 4 hours and a half, and I don't even think I did meditation. Like, I think I set my timer and then I got distracted and didn't actually do it. So let's just change that to, what did I do? I'm trying to think what I did when I said I was going to meditate and then I didn't fucking do it. Because I didn't start cooking right away. I didn't start cooking until after I did all the live stream setup. So live stream setup should definitely be in there. But, my goodness. A war hasn't been fought this badly since Olaf the Hairy, High Chief of the Vikings, accidentally ordered 80,000 battle helmets with the horns on the inside. Blackadder. Yeah, that would probably put a dent in your forces, shall we say? Let's say that. How goes my writing journey? My writing journey's been iffy this week. I feel like I had three really good ideas last week that I was working on, and then I just kind of like ran out of steam on all three of them at the exact same time. Like, just when my brain is like, nope, we're not doing writing this week. Fuck that, we're not doing writing this week. And so every time I like open them up, I get nothing done in them. So I'm like, okay, I'm just not gonna focus on writing this week. I'm gonna do other stuff. But then I didn't do anything for the last 4 days because, as I was saying earlier in the stream, the last 4 days were just a disaster for me. So didn't really get much of anything done. But today I got a lot of stuff done. I did get science. Oh my god, my stupid pen keeps, I don't know if that shows up on camera, but I got purple stain on this blanket. I think it'll come off though. This blanket doesn't hold ink very well. The ink kind of just runs off of it because it's mostly plastic. What was I saying? It was an experiment. I was testing out some new supplements and kind of seeing if they would do anything instead of medication. And no, the answer was no. The answer was like 100,000,000% no. I got a headache and I wanted to sleep all day. And so I went to bed early both days. But I learned things. No experiment is a failure if you learn things. That's why I like science. But holy fuck, what a useless 4 days. And I have been using my writing technique to great success. Like, whenever I get stuck somewhere, I just start writing out what happens next. What happens next? What do they need to do next? And then I really do get good notes out of it, but my brain is just not... Usually when I do that, after like 1 or 2 questions, or like 3 or 4 at the most, my brain will just start writing because I'll just have inspiration. But, you know, if I have to write out 10 questions and I'm still like, well, that's all I got 10 more questions and answers, but I don't have any inspiration for a scene to write, then I just kind of like put it aside and I'm like, okay, clearly my brain is not here for this. It's like, we'll come back and we have the answers to those questions. So when we come back in the right mood, I'll just have a scene to write. So sometimes I just have to come back at the right time, which is why I'm not a writer by career, because yeah, it's not very, my inspiration is not reliable, and I can force myself to write, but I don't enjoy it. So I would never put myself in that situation. I enjoy writing when it comes, when I feel like it, when I'm in the right mood, then I really enjoy it. Which is why I only do writing club once a month, because I can force myself to do it once a month even if I'm not in the mood, and usually by the time that rolls around I am in the mood, so writing club once a month works really well for me. If I tried to do it every week, no, because there's many weeks when I just have a whole week or 2 weeks where I'm not in the zone. But then I'll have a week where I'm in the zone every day, and I just can't stop writing. So, you know, comes and it goes. But yeah, that's why I only do writing club once a month, because my inspiration is not more consistent than that. Smoke Gray Kaweco ink. Ooh, I'm gonna look that up now. Oh, I'm so excited. I really like Ferris Wheel Press inks. They're actually a Canadian company. They do beautiful inks, colored inks. And they just came out with a line of pastel opaque inks. There's only like 4 of them right now, but it's like pink, blue, purple, and green. And it's like this beautiful mint green and this beautiful light pink. And I didn't really like the blue or the purple, but that's whatever. They'll be coming out with more, I'm sure. There's these beautiful opaque inks. I'm like, I can't buy inks right now. Like, that's stupid. I don't need inks right now. So I didn't buy them, but I wanted them so bad. But if you look up Ferris Wheel Press, their opaque inks are brand new and they're beautiful. All of their inks are beautiful. Their inks are, I highly recommend them because they are gorgeous inks. Carry cue cards in your pocket and you take random notes on it. Like, what happens if a viper bites a cyborg? I just use my phone. I just keep my phone and I have like a million notes in my phone. What nib style do you favor? What do I have right now? I have one super random one that just came with like a beautiful, like fancy little kind of pen thing. I have one glass tip pen that is okay. It's not great. It's fine. And then I have one, I have a couple Japanese nibs that are quite good. And I like those ones. I don't remember what they're called right now, but I have a couple different Japanese ones that are really good. What about you? What are your favorites? I honestly haven't even bought nibs in like years and years because I only have a couple and I just use the ones I have. Favor a thin barrel with an extra fine iridium nib. I also have a couple like just fountain pens that I just use with black ink. I need to find some new black ink here now that I'm in Italy because I didn't bring my ink bottle with me, but I brought my fountain pens with me. And so I need to find new ink for them. And also they're so picky. The pens I have are very picky and they don't like most inks. And so I got to find the right ink for them so that they actually don't clog up and they work nicely. So if anyone has any recommendations on a good ink that is generally versatile even on picky pens, let me know because I need to buy new ink. You love the smoke gray, especially when you go into town and sign something at the bank. Ah, they look at you weird because it looks like a pencil because it's gray, but it's ink, so it's ink, it's legal. It's permanent. That's amazing. Alright, we're gonna do a raid. I haven't raided Berry Sushi in like well over a year, so we're gonna go raid Berry Sushi. He's a great co-working streamer. Nah, that's the wrong keyboard. And thanks to everyone who's hung out today. I hope you guys all had a wonderful time. I hope you enjoyed this stream. I hope you enjoyed the cooking. If anyone does want a recipe, message me. Well, don't message me on Discord. Never message me anywhere. Just post on Discord or in chat that you want the recipe. For the love of God, no one ever direct message me anything because I will never see it. Be lost to the sands of time. Berry Sushi. I check my messages like once every couple months and then I'm like, oh fuck, never saw that. Is it 3 eyes? There's a lot of eyes in Berry Sushi. 3 eyes. All right, let's go. Oh, well, be a minute. But thanks, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. If you're new here, give a like, give a follow. Natasha, we do co-working streaming regularly, multiple times a week. We also do creative streams like fashion design, art, and graphic design. So I hope you enjoyed. We also do random streams like cooking fairly regularly now because my kitchen's right there. It's easy to turn the camera around, unlike when I was in Toronto. Yeah. And thank you to all of my, repeat loyal followers who come back multiple times. You guys are amazing and I love you all. Did I ask you before how to pronounce your name? I feel like I did and I totally forgot. Feel free to let me know again how you pronounce that. Yeah, I totally did. I remember that. Okay. Sao Chikai. Sao Chikai? Let me know. I'll probably ask again next time, but I will eventually remember. Sao Chikai. Like sowing a field. So So Chikai. And Kai means living flower.